Pardon? I tell you what, it would not take a lot.
What's that?
It's two places. They're so close and so convenient.
Tell me. That's it. Right here. 16. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is 7 o'clock, and I will call our November council meeting to order and welcome all of our guests. And while I'm welcoming guests, we have a special guest in the back that I would like to welcome. Boy Scout Kenny Holliday from Troop 6516, and he is here doing his community citizenship, right?
Citizenship in the community.
Citizenship in the community. This your first council meeting?
Yes.
Great. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
With that, the minister that was going to do the invocation tonight was unable to attend. So what we will do is stand and do the Lord's Prayer, and then Vice Mayor Reed will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, if you kindly call the roll.
Mr. Cole?
Here.
Mr. Hunter?
Here.
Mr. Benson?
Here.
Mr. Terry?
Here.
Mr. Dwyer?
Here.
Mr. Reed?
Here.
Ms. Ames? Here.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to deviate from the normal order of business. Given what's going on with the flooding, I've asked Chief Ellington if he would kindly brief us, and particularly so many people are interested in roads that are closed, bridges that are closed, and what's going on in the community. And so, Chief Ellington.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. At this time, we have two main thoroughfares that are of big concern right now, and that's Plank Road, Route 45 towards Cumberland. North Main Street is now closed. 3rd Street from just well say Main Street to Virginia Street at the post office is also closed through traffic. 2nd Street from Main Street over to South Virginia Street, North Virginia Street at DMV, that area is also closed. River Road and Plank Road are closed, and we certainly expect that within the next 2 to 3 hours that we'll be closing 4th Street as well. Water is now coming into the municipal parking lot here behind the town hall building. So with that said, I've contacted Sheriff Hodges in Cumberland County because we cannot get emergency services across the bridge at this time. So Cumberland County, Cumberland Sheriff's Office will be answering calls for service as far as law enforcement goes, and their emergency services will also be handling everything on that side of the bridge. There's no way, the only way to get to Farmville at this time from Cumberland is you would have to go 60 through Buckingham Courthouse to 24 to Appomattox and come back down 460, because out in the county, 15 North is now closed at the Buckingham-Prince Edward County line. Or you could go all the way to Powhatan and cut across to 360 in Amelia and come back up 360, 307 back to Farmville. So. kind of a mess right now.
I was in our communication center just a few minutes ago, and it seemed like they're first doing a great job, but second, fielding a number of calls from people who want to know how we get to Farmville, and obviously you've just done that. The other concern was EMS, hospital, Cumberland, as you said, will handle that side, but they will take everybody to a Richmond hospital
Yes.
from that side, or if it's the other way, I suppose, Lynchburg. But there's no way to cross.
So we into town.
And I think the town manager said it's probably been unofficially 50 years since the bridge on 15 was actually shut down.
That's what I was told earlier this afternoon. That is correct.
So it's a really unusual circumstance. And if you don't have to travel tonight, please don't travel. Don't try to go through the water. It's very dangerous.
Turn around, don't drown.
Turn around, don't drown. Do we know when the river is expected to crest?
The report I had earlier this afternoon was 7 a.m. in the morning. Things are rising a whole lot faster than they ever expected or had reported to us, so I'm not sure if it's still the case. Maybe.
It's hard to say if the rise, because it's still, it's still accelerating. So it's hard to say if that just means we're going to get more flooding or if it might peak a little bit earlier. No way to know.
I would expect and anticipate that everybody should expect a delay tomorrow morning.
Yeah. The bridge will probably, both bridges will probably still be closed early tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Any questions from council?
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe. Okay, the next item is a public hearing, a resolution for an amendment and appropriation to the fiscal year 2021 town budget. The total amount of the fiscal year 2021 budget is currently $23,509,577.16. The total amount of the proposed amendment is $777,989.69. The reason for the amendment is to carry over the contingency from the fiscal year 2019-2020 to the fiscal year 2021 town budget. The proposed amended budget total would be $24,287,566.85. Mr. Davis.
Yes, sir. And that breakdown of that $777,989.69 of the $374,382.93 is the general fund contingency. The water fund contingency would be $29,231.89. Sewer fund would be $249,505.13, and the transportation fund would be $124,869.74.
Anyone have any questions? Anyone wish to speak? If not, we'll bring the public hearing to a close. The next item is the public comment period. Do we have anyone, Madam Clerk, signed up for the public comment?
No, sir.
Anyone wish to speak that did not sign up? Okay. Next item is request for approval of the consent agenda. Do we have anyone that wishes to pull anything out of the consent agenda? If not, do I hear a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Item 8, the treasurer's report. Mr. Davis, are you presenting?
I am. I don't have anything to add to that treasurer's report. Real estate taxes were mailed out on November the 10th, and they're due on December 15th. Other than that, if you have any questions, I can try to answer those.
Anybody have any questions?
Now, Mr. Mayor, make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, item 9, under new business. Request approval of the proposed subdivision on North Main Street.
We'll let Mr. Nash.
Mr. Nash, are you speaking to that?
I assume everybody's had a copy. Sorry. You've all seen it, I believe, in your packets, correct? It's just a two-lot deal. There's a duplex sitting on one of the lots as we speak. It was actually one larger tract that was separated by another property. So what we want to do is make all those proper separate tax parcel numbers, including the tract that was separated previously and the two new lots that he wants to add. And it all fits the zoning as far as frontage and area, and I recommend approval.
Any questions?
Any problems getting water and sewer to them?
No, it's actually already been done.
Okay.
We've done it for
First time around?
Do I hear a motion?
I move we approve the proposed subdivision located at 1017 North Main Street as present on the plat.
Second.
Motion and second. Any additional discussion? If not, Madam Clerk?
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Hunter?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Mr. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
And Mrs. Amos? Yes.
Item 10, request reappointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals. I believe we have two individuals, Mr. Davis,
Yes.
and I'm assuming they have both been contacted and are willing to serve.
They have not been contacted, but they are currently on board now. I have not heard that they do not want to serve necessarily. And yours is a recommendation. If you, as you know, the circuit court has to make the appointment. You would just recommend individuals to be appointed.
What's the pleasure of council?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the notification of the Prince Edward County Circuit Court of the reappointment of Ms. Penny Parrott and Ms. Pam Butler to the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Second.
Motion and second. Any other discussion? If not, Madam Clerk?
Mr. Hunter?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Mr. Terry?
I'm going to abstain just for the sake of conflict.
Mr. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Ms. Amos?
Yes.
And Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 11, request adoption of resolution 2020-11-01. Mr. Davis, there are three resolutions, and you just want to walk through all three of them, and then we'll vote on them.
I can do that. The first one, 01, we've received $15,870 in total in new grants, which council needs to amend the general fund budget for appropriation purposes. I can break those down for you, but I think you've seen those. The next one is what you had the public hearing on, resolution, the 02 portion, to amend the budget for those contingencies to be carried over to this, from previous budget year to this budget year. And 03 is, we budgeted into contingencies for capital programs, projects. One being if we got the Rescue Squad Assistance Fund, the other for Bulletproof Vest grants, and the third one would be the SHISHIP grant through BDM for the police radios. We've gotten all three of those, so we need to take that money out of contingencies to spend on those capital projects.
Any questions about any of those? If not, we'll take them one at a time. I need a motion for number 11.
I move that we adopt resolution 1101, amending the general fund budget for appropriation of grants.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Mr. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mrs. Amos?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
And Mr. Hunter?
Yes.
Number 12.
I move that we adopt the resolution number 1102, amending the 2020-2021 town budget.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Mr. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mrs. Amos?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Hunter?
Yes.
And Mr. Benson?
Yes. I move that we adopt resolution 1103, authorizing the town treasurer to transfer an aggregate amount of $183,691.40 from the general fund contingency to the following: $99,000 for dispatch department, $2430 for police department bulletproof grant, and $82,261.40 for the police department radio grant.
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Mr. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mrs. Amos?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Hunter?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
And Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Staff reports, Mr. Davis?
I don't have anything, Mayor, except I do want to say that in working today with, and listening to the radio between our emergency communications, the police department, and public works department, how well they're working through this event today together, and that our employees are doing an excellent job during this situation.
Mr. Atkins?
Yep.
I know you've had a great day. And you'll have a wonderful night.
Yeah, probably will, but at least it's water from up, not underground this time.
Well, thank you, and thanks to your staff for all the wonderful work. They're truly exemplifying what we call the farm way. Any other staff? Okay, let's go around the table. Mr. Hunter?
For public safety, but I think I'm gonna lump mine together here. Unless you have something from the CARES Act, Mr. Davis. Do you have any update?
I do that, the board did approve everything that we had asked for, from the last CARES Act. So the, equipment for this room, which was, ended up being 66,000 and some change, they approved all of that, and then we had some line items, to get reimbursed for from a COVID perspective so they approved all of our last request.
Oh, that's the only thing I have.
We'll just do committees, and we'll just go around the table once, just go ahead and do it. Do you have anything else?
The only other thing was with the fire department. The base of the fire department, since the CARES Act was donating $15,000 to each fire department. So ours received $15,000 to go against their fundraising, and plus they received $100 per call for 2019. And I think we had 482 calls in 2019. So it's roughly around $63,000, a little over $63,000 a day that the former fire department will receive from the CARES Act. And that's all I have.
Mr. Benson?
Nothing from recreation, although I have been contacted by several folks referencing the skate park and how much they've enjoyed it, how many of the kids they know enjoy it, and how much they would like to see it fleshed out a little bit more. There was a lot of excitement about it as a place for kids to go. From a town perspective, I commend all the town employees for the job done today and the job that's, I'm sure, going to be done over the next day and a half, 2 days. But on a brighter note, I'd like to say it was a really beautiful day when I woke up and drove downtown Main Street and saw all those flags flying down Main Street. It was really something. Made me really proud, and I wanted to know everybody that I appreciated it. It was great.
Beautiful sight. Mr. Parrott?
I just wanted to thank him for the flags, but he got it covered, so we're good.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Reed?
Yes, we got a complaint from a local business about the wearing of masks and the problems they have when customers come in and they refuse to wear the mask and they ask them to leave and they get dust out or whatever. We want to know what can be done. I don't have an answer for that.
Chief?
We encourage them if they ask them to leave a public place and they refuse.
Would you mind?
I would advise them to call us if they're in a public place and they refuse to leave after asking to be done so. And we can come take charge.
At that point, they're trespassing, right?
Yes.
Yes. There's some of them I know are leaving, but when they're leaving, they're just, the language that they're using is bothering the owners of the business.
I have been in there in 2 incidents and you'd be shocked at what goes on just because they ask them to wear a mask. And they ain't doing their job enforcement, but these people just say, well, I can't wear a mask, or I don't want to wear a mask. And can't wait on you, that's when the law breaks loose.
So they should call the police, is what you're saying, Chief?
Yes, absolutely.
By the time the police get there, they're gone.
Right. Who knows, we might be right around the corner. It's worth a try anyway.
True. I will relay that message to them.
Anything else, Mr. Reed? Mr. Cole?
I just want to call your attention to the variable revenue, that form you got, and notice that, we've been tracking the food tax, lodging tax, and sales tax, and we're slightly behind the 2019 numbers, but we're well ahead of the budgeted for this year, so very healthy. Let's hope it continues that way for the rest of the year, and we'll see that recovery. So thanks to all the merchants that are out there selling a lot of food.
Ms. Amos?
I was also going to say, the flags look wonderful, and thank you, Robin, and your crew, for doing that, and Scott, thank you for getting this done as well.
Anything else? Mr. Dwyer?
Keep that same drum. I'm very proud of our town having these flags up. Thank you for doing that, and prayers for everybody tonight that we get home safely, and for our crew for always being available. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Elder, do you have anything?
No, Mayor. I had been asked earlier in the week to give an update on the...
Yeah, I need a microphone, please.
Thank you. Just to give an update on the request for an opinion from the Attorney General, I have no update. Still waiting. We got a letter 2 to 3 months ago that said they acknowledged receipt of our request for an opinion and that they would render an opinion. That's the last we've heard. So I don't know what the turnaround time is, and that's just where we are. We're in limbo. So as soon as I know something, you all know it.
And you said this was 2 months ago?
We had the meeting, I believe, in August, right? It was around that time. So that might be 3 months ago.
You said it was a pretty quick turnaround. You got the
Well, initially what we did is we requested an opinion, and then the Attorney General's office reached back out to me and told me they wanted my opinion. And so I gave them my opinion, and again requested theirs. And then I got a letter acknowledging receipt of our request.
Yeah.
So that's where we are.
That seems a bit revealing, that's all.
Yep. So I gave them my opinion, and I'm now waiting on theirs, which is the one that matters.
Hopefully they will confirm your opinion.
I hope so. So I'll keep you posted.
It's a waiting game.
Yep, I think so.
Anybody have any questions? Okay, anything else? Mr. Davis? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Second. Motion and second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Everyone, please stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.